Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that another content creator might be a little bit done with HSR. We've got Box2 over here, and I think Box has been a pretty proliferate CC in the HSR space, made a ton of videos, got a ton of subs, right? Kind of like being there with the game from day one, and now it appears that a lot of stuff might be coming to an end. And I think that this is something that a lot of people expected, right? Because the game has progressively just been getting worse and worse as time has gone on. And as you can see from this like ratio down here, well, a lot of people seem to agree with his reasoning. One of the bigger HSR creators just saying that they're burnt out, and I mean, a response like this is overwhelming. So why don't we go ahead, take a look at this, and maybe just share some of our thoughts as like a fellow CC in the gacha space, somebody that's had experience with HSR, and also somebody that's, you know, kind of just quit the game. Yeah, I kind of stopped after Casterus, and there hasn't been a single regret since.
Hey guys, today's video is gonna be a little bit different from the regular ones. Usually I don't record formats like this, but today there's something I really want to talk about. I want to talk about something that's been eating away at me for a pretty long time now. So as a lot of you guys know,
This is a little bit more dramatic than I thought it was gonna be.
Been making Honkai Star Rail content for well over 2 years now. I've pretty much been there since the start of the game, and it's been a really good run. It really has. But right now I'm finding my channel to be at a really rough patch. I've just been taking so many sponsors, like my life depended on it.
I'll be honest with you though. Let's not undersell ourselves too much over here, because all I need to do is look at another HSR creator. It's just, maybe the algo's just like, both of you guys just HSR is just, that's what it seems like right now. I don't really know what else to say.
And don't get me wrong, you know, like, I love my sponsors, you know, they're the only reason why I'm even able to pay rent, but that being paired up with how uninspired my videos have been lately.
It's hard to make content for a game when you don't like it. That's one of the biggest issues that can come with being like a day one supporter, like a day one content creator for a game. It becomes extremely hard to sustain like regular uploads when you don't have like a personal desire to play it. When your game actively gets worse as time goes on, that only further amplifies, right? Like how little you're gonna like playing it. There's a reason why, guys. I was considered one of the bigger ZZZCCs. That's what a lot of people have said, right? Oh, I'm one of the bigger ZZZCCs. You look at my video history. When's the last time I uploaded a ZZZ vid? Let's look. Ah, it's to say that ZZZ is in a dog shit state because their drip marketing is trash. I don't even play the game. When's the last time I played the game? Oh, I'm reacting to the version update and saying it's dog shit because it rightfully is. It was here 2 weeks ago. This was a late upload. I recorded this about a week prior. And the thing is, guys, that's why I've stopped making ZZZ content. It's because I don't like the game anymore. There's very little to like. And the best part is, after this drip marketing came out, I got to see that A, the characters in 2.2 are dog shit, and the characters in 2.3 are also dog shit as well. And so, if you're a ZZZ player, you have about 100 days of knowing that there's nothing good to look forward to. Sorry, it's more like 84 days. Around 84 days, 3 months, until a character that you actually don't fucking hate is coming out. There's no reason to cover or play this game anymore. And why do you think it's happening so often in the Hoyoverse space?
Not to mention my horrendous upload schedule has really started to kill my channel. And I'm not gonna lie, man, one of the main reasons for that is just that I've kind of stopped trying, to be honest. The truth is that I'm pretty burnt out of Honkai Star Rail, and I've been burnt out for quite a while now. Actually, let me go ahead and rephrase that. I'm not burnt out of Honkai Star Rail, I'm more so burnt out of the way that the devs have been treating the game.
Isn't that the same thing? I'm just gonna be real here. Isn't that the same fucking thing? Like,
Do you know how much it sucks to see a game that started off so high fall so low? There are so many reasons, you know, so many complaints that I have about this game. You know, having a grand total of 0 4-star characters being released since Mosey, which was last year, by the way. You know, their horrific way of story.
I love how bro's got like the fucking graphics popped open on the side, like he's at a fucking TED Talk.
Telling for their main story quests. The fact that the only good endgame is Memory of Chaos, and even that has its fair share of issues.
I'ma be real. I respect Box quite a bit for willing to just be this upfront about how the game is now fucking trash. I respect it, brother. This is like a crazy risk to take in a space as toxic positive as Hoyoverse. Let's just be entirely honest here. Creators like Mr. Pokey have effectively ruined the space for a lot of people. And the reasons for why I'm saying that is because this whole air of you're just greedy and stupid. Oh, it's not. It's actually the player's fault that you're experiencing problems with power creep or problems with the end game. It's all your fault for not adapting to what's going on. They've created this ridiculous air of toxic positivity that I imagine makes it really difficult for creators like this to just come out and be honest about how they feel. On the other hand, you have shit like Wuthering Waves, right? Where it's so easy to critique what's in the game because the community has unilaterally agreed it's fine to call out stuff when it's bad. But HSR instead had Mr. Pokey leading the community. And when bad stuff happened to the game because the devs fucked it up, he made it your fault. He made it the consumer's fault. He made it the player's fault instead of blaming the developers like, well, other game communities do. Isn't it kind of clear which community is more open to critiques? And that's because, well, when you're looking for that Hoyo contract, when you're looking for that Hoyo partnership, when you make early access guides that are the best performing videos on our channel, why wouldn't we just lie about the state of the game? That's how they get you.
The decline of playable and creative events per patch, the extreme laziness of the Fate collab that they made people wait an entire year for, and so many other things, you know, so many things that I could talk about, but I'll probably save that for a future video. Also, the fact that I unironically suck ass at the game, you know, that doesn't help either. It does break my heart whenever I see a comment that says that I'm just putting up a stupid act for content. Yeah.
I feel bad because I have also made fun of Box before for not being good at video games. I kind of viewed it as like that was like his brand, that was like his shtick, like his thing was like being a little bit goofy in game. And like it was more about like humor, that sort of stuff. Yeah, but now that I'm seeing that, I guess it's something that kind of really bothers him. We'll make sure not to really do it that much anymore, or really just do it at all, unless, you know, obviously he's like cool with it. Yeah, that's rough. The part that makes it kind of like the worst of all is him also like admitting himself that he's like not good at games. So it's like it feels like less of like a joke and more of like a poking at like insecurity sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry to break this to you guys, but yeah, I'm not really acting. Most of the skill issue is actually real. What you're seeing is pretty much the real me. And the fact that people think that my gameplay is so bad to the point where they 100% believe that I'm putting up an act it's
that's basically like saying nobody could actually be this retarded. And like they're faking being this stupid, and then like you're not, and then you're like, oh.
Quite insane, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm sorry for being as dumb as I am. Fun fact, by the way, Hoyoverse actually reached out to me a while back, you know, asking if I would like to join the exclusive creator server, which, you know, the one where you get early access to upcoming characters in the game. Yeah, so I declined that offer. I declined it because I think I am actually quite literally unable to make guides and give, you know, their characters a proper showcase. You know, my IQ is literally restricting me from life-changing opportunities. I'm pretty
If only you were bilingual, you could just translate CN guides like somebody else. That's rough, man. Especially when the other Asian HSRCC is basically just, bro has the express pass to his guides. The guy from Singapore. Yeah, just a nice Control-C, Control-V in Google Translate. That's all he needs to do. You actually gotta figure that shit out yourself. That's rough.
Be dumb, guys. I'm not gonna lie, and I wish I could change that, but yeah, there's a reason why I'm a streamer right now. But yeah, I'm just kind of tired, man. I want Honkai Star Rail to do better, and I really hate the direction that it's going in right now.
Remember all the stuff that I said before about how it's really hard to have regular uploads? It's really hard to, like, be creative with content. It's really hard to, like, think about ways that you want to make videos when you don't like the game. Yeah. This is the thing. Boggs clearly has the potential. He's clearly got the wits. He's clearly got the humor to, like, make it big. That's why he was big before in the past. He got 100 whatever K views on a video in MOC 12, knowing that he's not good at the game. He has the chops for it, but it's really hard to take all of this skill set and apply it when you're not happy with what's going on in the game. I guess Boggs has like a couple of, like, I don't want to say like skeletons in the closet, but I think it is fair to a degree to say that Boggs was kind of pulling a bit of a pokey back in the day, right? He was pulling like a bit of a pokey over here. You can see he's like jumping in on the woo-wah drama, that sort of stuff. And it's like, I feel like a part of that reputation could potentially be there. That's why there were like some people like in my chat and like on my server talking about him being like a Hoyo shill. And I think the thing is, it's that it was like the meta for HSRCCs to like try to bring down woo-wah. It's been like that for a couple of months. Or almost a year, actually started by Mr. Pokey himself, who's been one of the biggest shit talkers for Wuthering Waves in, I think, like, the history of the game. He's actually been at the forefront, especially at the end of last year, talking trash about it pretty much at every single opportunity. One thing that I'm really confused by is why the fuck this guy is even getting invited to tournaments. I'm gonna be real here. Bro just shows up, doesn't even try to play the characters, and, like, makes it an even bigger insult to the player base when you see his gameplay in the tournaments. He'll just, like, go in and do whatever the fuck he wants and just grief the entire thing. And it makes you wonder, like, why is the guy who's been, like, the public enemy #1 of this game and has influenced other people to, like, be toxic towards the game is now, like, the guy that you're having grief tournaments? It's just weird. We'll just use this as an opportunity to talk about it. It's like, what is even going on here? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know, like, what nepotism is involved in, like, whoever is, like, curating the lineups for this tournament. You're literally having a dude who's there just to goof off and bring his team down. That is his role in every tournament. This is also the guy that's just been shit-talking the game on repeat for the greater half of a year last year. And with, like, parody videos and shit like that, and just insult the game. And now you have him in tournaments insulting the tournament. I'm just gonna be real here. I think there are a lot of people that aren't happy with Mr. Pokey being in the tournament, or maybe they are happy to be against him. But, like, I'm just gonna be real here. I don't even know what's going on, brother. Like, what is going on with this? That was just like a bit of a side tangent. You can just look at the past 2 tournaments Mr. Pokey has been in. Yeah, he's just griefed all of them. So whatever. Let's just keep moving.
I hope they do something to fix that soon. But with that being said, I'm not gonna completely stop making Honkai Star Rail content. Will there be a decline? Yes, but I don't think I will completely stop yet. I think what I really need is to regain my motivation for content creation again. Because I haven't been locked in making content since, I want to say, Pennicutty. I've been really unhappy with the state of my content, and I really do want to change it. So from now on, I think I'm going to start trying to put a lot more effort into my videos. You know,
a lot of people have theorized that the reason why Box wasn't uploading as much content, it was because he got a girlfriend and she was just distracting him the whole time. I'm going to be real with you, brother. I don't think that was the problem. It's just the game's bad, and you kind of had to go into a point of, like, selling your soul almost to pretend that it wasn't being bad to just keep regularly uploading stuff. Because it's like, you're actively watching the game literally just make your entire roster fucking useless with every new release. And so all the work that you spent, like, half of your relics are literally useless. Half of your planar spheres are literally useless because they're all for power creep characters that don't use those sets anymore. And so it's just, you've watched every single thing you've poured time into across the past year of this game just disappear into effectively nothingness within the span of 6 months. I wouldn't want to play that game either, let alone even thinking about making content for it. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, most of the content that you see on my channel regarding games that I don't like playing very much is content that's inherently a little bit negative towards the game, because I'm still mad that they fucked me over all this time. Much like how I'm pretty sure there's some degree of anger. There's still some degree of anger that a lot of people have towards games like HSR, towards games like ZZZ, towards games like Genshin, because they feel like they've effectively been scammed.
Going to try to revive my variety channel, maybe. That would be awesome. And I think I'm gonna stop taking so many sponsorships. I also really want to try start streaming consistently with a set schedule at twitch.tv/box2 every day at 10 p.m. PST.
Box has like raided me before. That's the part that's like thrown me off. I streamed at a pretty regular time, and like in the mornings, Box has raided me before in the fucking mornings. And I'm like, if you're starting at like 10, like, how is this even happening? He literally has one of the most inconsistent stream schedules, I think, on the platform.
Also really want to apologize to you guys for putting up with so much slop. I have one of the most privileged positions in the world right now, and I don't think I'm appreciating it enough. The community that I've built is really great, man. I really mean that. You know, seeing reoccurring people pop up in my chat, you know, seeing my Discord members create fan art for me, you know, no matter how insane some of them are. Some of my Discord members do this really funny thing where every time I miss a stream, they'll hop in a voice chat and they'll have their own little streams and like anime watch parties. It's like they're like guilt tripping me into streaming, and it's honestly kind of working. Yeah, thank you guys, man. I'm
Yeah, we don't have that, do we? We don't have that, do we? Yeah, that never happens. Because I barely miss a day, motherfucker. Yeah, we're consistent.
I'm really grateful for having this community.
All right, people are calling me a liar. I already know which link I need prepared. There you go. Boom, look at that. That's the consistency that I'm talking about over there, bucko. Consistent. Boom.
I've also had the privilege of meeting so many talented and amazing content creators along this journey as well. Every creator that I've met in these past 2 years in the gacha community have been nothing but great to me. Pokey, Brax, Genizad, Muujin, Vulcan, Mary maybe, even Tectone, you know, I know many people do not like that guy, but he's also been nothing but nice to me. There's also...
So, you might be wondering why there are certain people missing in there. I've had 0 actual conversations with Box before. I think he's a cool dude. I think we're relatively chill. I've never actually had, like, a single DM with him before. We've, like, rated each other. That's basically it. Yeah. So... I mean, this is the thing, right? We play, like, different games and such, and he also streams, like, at the opposite time of me, so... It is what it is, right?
A lot of other creators, too, so I'm really sorry if I don't list your name, but,
Exactly, right?
I don't want this video to be too long. I also really want to thank my girlfriend, Rain, who has by far had the most impact on me. She has...
Isn't Box, like, 18? That's illegal. Why would he show a picture of himself illegally drinking?
Impact on me. She has been a great...
Well, she's getting you to fucking drink under the age of 21. I see how it is.
...influence to me, and I love her a lot. So I really need to get rich and famous as soon as possible so she won't have to work another day of her life. Same thing goes for my parents too, man. You know, despite them being strict, traditional Chinese parents, I am beyond grateful that they've even given me the chance to pursue content creation, you know.
You want to know why? Because your parents have seen their friends' kids go to college, major in computer science, and now none of them have a job. That is what your parents have seen from their friends. Because guess what? That is literally the fate of almost half of the Eastern Asian male population in the United States. They all went to college, they all majored in computer science, and now none of them have jobs. It's true, isn't it? It's, That was tough, isn't it? Are you trying to tell us something? I didn't major in computer science. I do know plenty of individuals that have majored in computer science, and let's just say I know individuals that majored in computer science and then also went to coding boot camps. Let's just say that their #1 profession right now is a bottle of Jameson.
Rather than having me go to college and going $5 million in debt. A lot of you guys probably don't know this too, but I'm actually a pretty shy guy.
I'm not gonna lie. If this was 5 years ago, I think Box's parents would have beat him up because it is the present. I'm pretty sure they're like, they're in relief. They're in relief because, guys, I don't think you fundamentally actually understand how bad the job market is right now for people in their 20s. It is like, if you're in like your late 20s, even in like your 30s, let's just say, brother, oh, it's not a particularly good time. It's bad for every age. I mean, it's bad for everybody right now. Let's just say that. There's a reason why across 2023 to 2025, Twitch viewership, YouTube viewership, all of that, there's a reason why it's all going up, because I think I've touched on this topic before. I'm a free-to-play form of entertainment. Everything I do is free to play. You can get a pass to like avoid ads and stuff like that, but it's pretty free to play. And well, let's just say I've noticed an increase of viewership across a lot of different avenues. You want to know why Honkai Star Rail viewership's going down? It's not free to play friendly anymore. All the people, they don't have money to play this game. You need money to play this game. The second it starts turning more predatory, the views went down a cliff. Coincidence? I don't think so. Because who do you think's watching YouTube? Unironically, a lot of people watch YouTube because they don't have the money to pay for like other services, or like it's not like, you know, they would rather choose the free to play video option. It's not surprising to me that the most pay to win game is seeing its like free to play video stuff, this outlet, go down a cliff. Not surprising at all to me. It's a macroeconomic condition, boys. Don't worry, somebody can put the dots together. I probably could, but I don't. I mean, it's sort of interesting, but I don't care that much.
Don't know this too, but I'm actually a pretty shy guy despite my online persona.
Who thought that Box wasn't shy? Like, I look at this guy and I feel like the first thing that I think of is like a turtle that's like halfway out of its shell.
You know, which in turn makes me really scared to reach out to other creators for collabs. But I want to make an effort to change that. You know, I don't know if you guys remember the gacha casts, but I really miss those.
Box, just DM me. Fuckface. Hey, we'll bring you into woo-wah, bro. Just fucking DM me, man. Don't be a pussy.
We're a really fun way of bringing the community together to talk about things going on in the gacha world and just, you know, other stuff in general. So I want to make my own version of that. You know, I want to start pushing myself to reach out more, to collaborate more with other creators. So
he also led this entire section with, I'm pushing myself to be less shy. So instead of me reaching out and disregarding the promise he's made to himself, how about we wait for him to follow through on the promise he's made to himself, which is like the point here.
I'll probably be reaching out to a lot of you, and feel free to reach out to me as well, you know, if you guys are interested.
I am promoting his personal growth by being lazy.
I also want to give a big shout out to my manager, you know, Rosent. He's one of my editors who stepped up and really gave me a reality check. He even offered to step up to become my manager so I wouldn't have to keep up with so many things, and
Box, perhaps it's time to learn how to... What do you mean manager? Like, what do you mean manager? What are you managing? Like, what is he managing? I'm just gonna be real here. It's maybe manager is not the right Box. Like, when we're releasing only like 5 videos a month, we don't need a manager. Like, unless you're gonna start releasing like a video every day, then maybe you need a manager. But like at the current, like, you don't need like a manager. If anything, this would be my personal advice to Box, is Box needs to learn how to manage his own shit. And I mean this in like the best way possible. He needs to like have some degree of like personal buy-in and control. At this level of output, we can't be. This is like you having a secretary when you have 2 meetings a month. Like, this is having a secretary on payroll when you have 2 meetings and 4 phone calls a month. Surely you can schedule it yourself. Right? It's like, that's what I mean, is that we need to like be a bit more of like a self-starter in this circumstance. We need to be a bit more of like a self-starter over here, and then like have more authority over what's going on in our life. That's what I would say. And like, there's a bunch of different ways to do that. I don't want to get into like the nitty-gritty of the details. It's just this doesn't make sense, man. It's not like 5 videos a month. It's like, you know, it's like 15. It's like one every 2 days, something like that. But it's also just like, that's not like, you know,
Like not even a month before this, I used to ghost everyone. Like I would actually not respond to any of my DMs. What I would do, and this is a very bad habit, all right? Don't do this. I would open their Discord messages, right? I would read them, and then I would never respond. Oh, I still do this, by the way. You know, I'm
hey, I'm not gonna lie, I do that too if I don't know the person. I do that sometimes if I do know the person, and then I was like in the middle of writing out a response, and then I go do something else. I think that this is like a common thing across content creators. And this is gonna be like my headcanon for why it's a common thing. When you're a content creator, you're typically using the same PC for all of these activities, right? You're doing the same PC, the same Discord for business, for socializing with friends, for leisure activities, for like research and actual work. You're using this one machine for like 4 to 5 different things, when in like all other contexts, you're typically using like a different platform, a different computer, a different whatever for all of that. And one of the healthiest things that you can do as a content creator is to compartmentalize, save things for later, and like divide out across your workload like how you're doing things. And oftentimes, right, you'll be in like a situation where it's like, here's this one like business thing. Oh, here's a collab thing that somebody was talking about, right? But you're like, your brain's like, I'm already done with work. I am now in like leisure mode right now, or I'm currently in socializing with friends mode right now. And so you like register that like this business thing on Discord or whatever, or like a question from like a viewer or something's whatever, that's work. I'm hanging out with friends right now. But I'll get to work when work's important. I've already done 8 hours of work today. I'm saving the rest of the work for tomorrow. And then the message gets lost there because the notification disappears. Hopefully that makes more sense. Because it's not like content creators are like intentionally ignoring you or intentionally leaving you on red. In a lot of ways, getting ghosted by a CC usually typically means that they're practicing a healthy work-life balance. I'm not even joking. If you're getting ghosted by a CC, that typically means that CC probably has like good mental health practices. And believe me when I say this, most CCs will 100% agree with the take that I'm making. Most, if not all of them, will agree with the take that I'm making.
I'm trying to work on it though, so I am very sorry if I ghosted you. But this would translate to me ignoring a lot of my editors and even
Okay, if you're ignoring your editors, that's an entirely different story.
some of my sponsors.
Okay, that's a different story. Okay, yeah, you gotta go figure that. If you're ignoring your editors and your sponsors, you gotta go figure that shit out, brother.
Which are the 2 main things even keeping my channel alive right now. And I have never been that disappointed with myself.
Appreciate the honesty, and I don't even know why I'm saying I appreciate the honesty. That's a crazy amount of honesty. And, you know, I think this is good in a couple of ways. A, it's on the public record, but it's not like a super bad thing. It's like past stuff that only he really suffered the consequences for, right? Box is the biggest loser out of this admission. And by making this like public, he has in a lot of ways held himself accountable for like the near and far future, where he's already said this online in this video. And it's a lot of ways it could be potentially dangerous too, right? It's like a matter of like, he said it, it's out there, now he's got to stick with it because he's already done so much. That's what it feels like to me, but this can also backfire as well. Because maybe there's another circumstance where the, like, you know, the ignoring or the missing messages happen again. And then, well, now he has to deal with, like, the guilt or, like, the potential, like, mental baggage of, like, breaking a promise that he made in this video, right? So it's like a bit of a double-edged sword over here psychologically.
In my entire life, I have just been an insanely irresponsible and lazy fucker. And I really want to change that. And thank you so much to my talent agency, Mythic Talent, especially my manager, Georgie, for putting up with my bullshit for so long. You know, they are...
Yeah, they're probably pissed if you're ignoring sponsors.
They are truly the greatest talent agency in the entire world, and
Yeah, they're probably pissed.
that's not an understatement.
Yeah, I'd be saying that too if I was ignoring sponsor emails from my agent.
And lastly, I really want to thank my subscribers and viewers for sticking by me for so long. You know, I really am blessed to be where I am right now, and I am gonna try my best to lock the fuck in for you guys. So I really want to start improving myself and my channel as well. So I hope that you guys will enjoy this new arc of mine. Anyways, that's really all I wanted to say, you know, so thank you so much for watching till the end of this video.
Box, I have an incredible variety idea for you. Go across the HSR community and get like a bunch of random HSR players and then have like a woo-wah tournament where the goal is to like, you know, all of them will be bad at the game because you're going from a 3-button game to like one with more than 3. So you just get like a bunch of HSR players and then you host your own woo-wah tournament. And then it's just like, it'll be like on brand for like the lower skill sort of gameplay. And then just like have a go with that. Yeah, you and Mr. Pokey can be like the captains or something. Anyways, very, very, very interesting video from Box 2 over here. A lot of nuggets of honesty in here, and I would dare say quite a few moments of vulnerability as well. But I think that this was like a pretty helpful discussion to have, considering like, you know, like the mental state of CC, psychological welfare, all of that stuff, baggage, all of that, unemployment, unemployed computer science majors. Yeah, we went through a lot of stuff with this. Made a 40, at least from my recording, 41-minute react out of an 8-minute vid, but yeah, I do think we didn't go off on too many tangents with this, especially considering the subject matter. So yeah, overall a great conversation, and I think it's really a matter of, it's really hard to do things when you don't like what you're doing. Being able to transition from what you don't like doing to what you do like doing can be difficult, hard, annoying, and it requires a lot of like risk and self-sacrifice, right? But it's the right road that you need to take. It's the right road that you need to take when stuff's not doing particularly well. And this is a circumstance, right, where Honkai Star Rail has, by like all degrees, all metrics, it's lost players, it's lost viewership, it's lost faith, and for a lot of people, it's time to go. And there are much greener pastures out there. It's just some of them haven't been released yet. And this is the time. This is the time. If you are like a committed Hoyo CC, if you're like a committed like HSR, Genshin, ZZZ player, and you know that the games are not in a good state, you need to start moving now. You need to start transitioning now. You need to start breaking away now instead of when after the game's release. Not after Rewinding Cadence, not after Silver Palace releases, not after Ananta, NTE, or Duet Night Abyss. You need to start transitioning now. Because otherwise, it might be a little bit too late. And you don't want to be playing catch-up. Here's an example of somebody that didn't play catch-up. No, that's not the fucking Red Me. I'm talking about Red New. This is an example of somebody that didn't play catch-up, that took the opportunity, seized it, and now has like more CCV or like more viewers. This guy has more viewers than Mr. Pokey. Red New, great guy. Took the opportunity, jumped on it, started sprinting, and never looked back, pun intended. You gotta have a lot of commitment to the work to be able to make it big, and not a lot of people are willing to like make the jump right now. Oh, that's ironic that I brought this guy up here. Not a lot of people are willing to make the jump right now. Take it if you see the chance. That'll be that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought about this whole breakdown, this whole reaction. Peace out.